There it is. Hey everyone, NWA Prepper here. So I am currently boiling some water for my talk tonight. So let me get that done because I know it's loud. So now we have our water, which you can't see it, but our water is boiling. And so today I have to decide with these two menu items, chili mac or orange chicken. And I think I'm in a chili mac mood. So this particular brand was at SHOT Show, which if you don't know what SHOT Show is, it is a trade show every January that I go to that has pretty much everything in the outdoors. Always take that out. There for display. It's not for purchase. You can't like buy things there unless you're like buying into the company. And so I did have some questions for these guys, being what they sold, being a freeze-dried food company. That seemed very prepperish, obviously. So I put in the water that it said 1.25 cups. I brought it to a boil. I stirred it up. I sealed it, and I'm going to let it sit there for a while. But this brand, Beyond Outdoor Meals, was there. And so I was asking questions about, menu items and what kind of new options they had out and things. Well, this is a fairly new brand for this company, and they're made in, surprisingly, or not surprising, Salt Lake City, Utah. GoBeyondMeals.com. And number one, they answered all my questions pleasantly and completely, and they said, "Man, you seem like you're really asking a lot." And I said, "Well, I have," and I tell people I have a small, and I do this every time. I have a small YouTube channel, and I'm involved in scouting, and I hammock camp, and in emergency services, emergency preparedness classes, and all of these things. And freeze-dried food can be a big part of that. And so he's like, "Well, let me send a couple for you to try and compare them to the other brands that you're used to: Mountain House, Augusta Farms, Thrive Foods, Wise Foods, which is ready now, I guess. But anyway, some of the other ones." He goes, "Compare that to those, and let's see what you think." And I told him that I would. And so this evening I thought I would talk about the importance of having food storage diversity, because these are expensive. I know the ones that I don't know about this particular brand. I haven't purchased them yet. But my normal brand ones are, they're $8 to $12 a meal. And so that's pretty pricey, meaning that I want to use them sparingly or only for events that they are intended for. I'm just putting this stuff away. And so because freeze-dried is so expensive, it is not the backbone of my preparedness. It is a part of it. And I have some numbered tin cans of stuff as well. Hey, there's my daughter. I'm gonna go. I'll be back. So, and I am not sorry about that. My daughter is very, very important to me. It has been several minutes. Oh my goodness. I wish you could smell that. It smells delicious. I am going to let it sit for a little while longer But so I have different types of food in my storage. Most of my food preps are foods that we normally eat, meaning we eat quite a bit of pasta, rice, canned green beans, canned corn, just our normal grocery store foods. And so that's the backbone of my food storage are the things that we eat, even though it's in different types, from canned corn to frozen corn, home canned corn, that, and you know, and then of course freeze dried corn. The problem with that is that beautiful young lady that just came for a visit makes me happy when she comes. Then she'll eat that. Like when we open one, she just eats it. Just grabs a handful of freeze dried kernel corn and chows down. And so we have it as part of our preparedness, but it's a small portion. I'm gonna say maybe 10%. And the thing that I like the most about it is the extreme storage length versus other foods types. This doesn't even have a use by date. It has a made in the USA on the bottom and a manufacture date of 10/17/24, but that's all it says. And oh, there it is. It's up at the top on the back. 10 years, a 10-year shelf life. Well, that in itself is quite beneficial. And so that's why, and that's the shelf life in some of my foods are in 25-year containers if it's freeze dried. And so that's the value to me of freeze dried foods is the storage life is significant. And I mean, that's the appeal of it, obviously, is that I buy once and I can keep it in storage for years and years versus canned goods, you get a couple years out of it most, or me, you may get longer out of them, but I do not. I guess canned goods I do, but like dry goods or other things, that a year or two is good. So I like it. And I'm going to try this and, enjoy it or not. I can't imagine the way that it smelled me not enjoying it. It's been about 10 or 12 minutes, and there's still steam coming out of that bag. I do not like to eat out of the bags very often. And so I'm going to put this in a bowl and give it a try. Hold on. There it is. So when they're packaged like this, they're very easy to take with you. They're really light. And very hot. So that one's good. I like that. Chili mac is, it's hard to mess up chili mac in my mind, but that is delicious. But so freeze-dried foods have a big portion of my outing food supply because all you need is water to rehydrate them. And some things you can eat dry. I don't suggest it, but you can. I guess I eat fruit, freeze-dried fruit, and some vegetables I'll eat without rehydrating. So you can eat some things, but I wouldn't eat a meal like that without hydrating it. So, but what do you guys think of freeze-dried foods in general? Is it something that it's time to invest in a freeze dryer? Is it something that you have one or two in your bug out bag? And which brands do you like? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's get ready.